Alright guys, welcome to race weekend 15. This weekend is in Russia. Since you were last with us, we've done a couple of things. With the newer upgrade on the handling centre has been completed, so now we're just waiting for our telemetry centre to be built, and then we can maybe look at building some more, upgrading a few facilities. If not, if funds don't allow, we're just going to focus it in on the car. In terms of the car, we have had a new part made and fitted to George Russell's car, which is a new front wing. We are working on the reliability of it to help so it doesn't need it replacing during the race. Fingers crossed that will come in, that will be improved soon. Latifi has been given George's old front wing, as he does. He gets all the hand-me-downs. They are supposed to be equal status, but George has proven as the season goes on he is the better driver. Now we had a free spot going with the design, a new part, and we've gone for a new gearbox, which will also be going to George. That comes in 8 days, so just before the next Grand Prix. Fingers crossed it will start pushing us up towards the upper echelons of the grid. Right, I'm going to go into this Russian Grand Prix. I'm going to get past the practice and I'll see you guys for qualifying. Right, so 19th and 15th in practice, a wet practice. There's a lot to be done here. So a quick look at the weather, make sure it should be dry throughout Q1. And we'll have a quick play around these setups. Try and give them the handling dash speed they want. I think he wants a little less downforce, so we'll give him that. And he was happy enough with his speed, so we'll give him exactly what he wants. That's him sorted. He wants maybe a little bit slower. He's happy with his downforce, is he? I think he wants a little bit more, a little bit less. And that is Latifi setup. This is a big weekend. Big weekend, because we've got to build on what was a good Italian Grand Prix, especially for Latifi. We've got to look to build on that. Anyway, out he goes. We'll get an idea just how quick the lap will be around here now. It's a new route, this definitely is quite nice, this route. Onto the bridge. I've overheated everything. Latifi's car. I got distracted. I've had a shocker there. I got distracted. Latifi will not set a good lap time. I'd be surprised if he gets anywhere decent. We might have an issue with George. We may well have an issue with George. At least he's got perfect tyres. We'll see. He might have dropped back just enough. Maybe to get a bit of a tow, in all fairness. So as he goes out at the moment, he has gone purple in sector 1 as George. He's actually taken his man on track. And George Russell just misses out on P1. That is a really quick lap time. That's a really good lap from George. Really, really good. So we'll just let it tip by a little bit. We are going to send Latifi out for another lap because I let him down. We'll send him out now. So at the moment George Russell sits P4. I don't even think there's any point in us sending George out again. If I'm honest. He should make it from there. Yes, I'm going to be working hard now to get Latifi a good lap time himself. We want to get 2 cars into Q2. Latifi can make it, I know he can. There, he's got perfect tyres now. Are we going to send George back out? I think he'll have done enough, if I'm honest. So we're not going to send George back out. We are going to see what Latifi can do. He's already 3/10 down. So he's already about 9th or 10th, Latifi. He's 6/10 down now, which puts him about 13th, 14th. And in the end, it's just about good enough for 16th from Nicholas Latifi. Not a good performance once again. We aren't going to send George out again. I trust in George and his lap time. And there we have it. George is through quite comfortably, and he wasn't too far off the leaders. In fact, he was well within the lead. He was only 4/100ths off. Interesting. So therefore, as you see in Q1, Mick Schumacher managed to qualify 16th, which is actually quite good for him. Yuki Tsunoda in 17th, Nicholas Latifi 18th, Antonio Giovinazzi in 19th, and Nikita Mazepin props up the whole field in 20th. We'll take this qualifying. George Russell, Mr. Saturday. He's pulling it out the bag again. He's not happy with his handling though. So if I push that a little bit that way, we'll see how he likes that. Might get a little bit more out of the car. And he's going to go out early enough in Q2 to try and send out a bit of a statement. Try and keep that needle where it needs to be. It is a perfect. What can George produce? That's the question now. Sector 1, he's purple, but he would be the first man through it. He's actually 3/10 down already. A 6/10 down. A 1:14.4 was the top last time. Well, George's done a 1:14.9 and it's a 1:14.3. That is shown to be the fastest so far. As George steers the car in, we will wait and see whereabouts he's going to be. So at the moment he's P10. Just wait for that track grip. Make sure the weather's not going to change on us. It's not. The higher the track grip, the more chance. Don't worry, George, we're going to be sending you out. we go, George. It's time to head out and try and get into Q3. We know there's rain during the race, so track position could be vital, especially for us, because I always seem to make the wrong calls when it comes to the rain. Oh, god damn it, wasn't paying attention. Perfect on the tyres. Go on, George. We want to see bigger, we want to see better. The track grip, the condition of the track's better. He is green. He's only 2/10 down after sector 1 this time round. He goes through. It's green again in sector 2. He's 4/10 down. He has gone quicker, but it isn't enough. George is out in Q2. And he will be starting from 12th in the 3rd Russian Grand Prix of the season. After the promise of Q1, that's slightly disappointing. Slightly disappointing from George. There we go. Lance Stroll, George Russell, Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen and Fernando Alonso all out. Now we're going to find out who's on pole in a wet Q3. There is a spot in the middle where it dries up. If they want to use, they will try. I thought for a second Ocon was going to get himself pole. He didn't. However, that is a very interesting grid lineup, which we'll obviously run through just before the race. Very interesting. The rain brought entertainment. In fact, it's raining at the start here. In fact, it's raining pretty much all Grand Prix. The only decision is going to be, when is it time for full wets? So Inters it is. So qualifying, put up with Lando getting pole. Max Verstappen starts 2nd place. Sergio Perez in 3rd alongside Daniel Ricciardo in 4th. Esteban Ocon in 5th and Pierre Gasly starts in 6th place. Lewis Hamilton with a disappointing 7th and Valtteri Bottas with a disappointing 8th. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, the Ferrari teammates, will start on the 5th row in 9th and 10th. Lance Stroll pipping George Russell starts 11th, whilst George obviously starts 12th. Vettel will start 13th alongside Kimi Raikkonen, and Fernando Alonso will start alongside Mick Schumacher in 15th and 16th respectively. Yuki Tsunoda starts 17th and Latifi, disappointing in qualifying, starts 18th. Giovinazzi starts 19th and Nikita Mazepin starts in last place, 20th. Here we go. A wet Russian Grand Prix. And it's go, 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 and Russell's had another bad start. He doesn't get away well at all. Can he hold it? No, he can't. He's lost his place again. And George Russell, there is a McLaren going slowly. It's Lando Norris. Lando Norris started on pole, and he's all the way down in 17th. He must have got some terrible wheel spin. Max Verstappen probably can't believe his luck. George Russell's lost another place into 16th. And then around this corner, George is going to use his ERS to great effect, hopefully. Hopefully. Lando's using it to great effect, and Latifi in last place, not so much. There we go. George Russell's gaining a few places now. He's back up to 12th, and Latifi's gaining a few places as well. And Latifi gets up to 13th. So now George and Latifi 12th and 13th. And now it's just about when's the right time to go in for wets. That is literally the only call we've got to make. When's the right time to go into wets? The rain is heavy. It should subside a little bit, but it won't subside too much. Sebastian Vettel's crashed, and we'll use that to get past Lance Stroll. So we're up into 11th place with George Russell now. Mick Schumacher's in 10th place. I bet he can't believe his luck. We are waiting. It's going to die down a little bit in terms of wetness, but then it will get to full wets at some point. Lance Stroll's just got past George Russell, so Russell's back down to 12th. George is right on his tail now, trying to find a time to make that move. Well, Latifi's going to have to use his ERS to try and get away, and he has got away. One's on 47%. I don't know if we're going to reach the heaviest part of the rain before having to pit, but then again I don't think anyone else will. So I'm kind of sat here in a situation where I'm okay with that. George is properly on Lance here. Can he? No, he can't. Latifi's going to lose his place here, I feel. Latifi's gone side by side with George. I'm going to let them race. Right, we are going to have to start making a call at some point though. Stroll's pitting this lap. I think we carry on for now. So in goes Stroll. Because everyone's tyres are going to get to the point where they are absolutely screwed. But right now I'm just keeping an eye on this and thinking, when do we go on to wets? We're going to stay out another lap. We're going to pit him this lap to go on to full wets. We're why am I making a brave strategy call and not just following everyone else? It is a brave strategy call. But I think it's the right strategy call. Yeah, I think it's the right strategy call, more importantly. fact, we're going to put Russell this lap. I'm sorry, Latifi, we're double stacking, mate. Because I feel like leaving Russell out another lap is just dangerous. It's just stupid. So we've gone full wets. Other people have also gone full wets. Right now, we'll see whether our decision's the right call. Yeah, other cars are going full wets. It's fine. Russell is up into the points now as well. When you've got people like Lance Stroll on Inters, that's when you know we've got a chance here at some points, because he's gonna end up at some point not being that quick. At the moment, he's actually doing all right on those Inters. There he is, he's struggling now. It's Lance, and George gets that place. Lance is struggling. And he's had to pit. Lance has had to pit to go on to wets. It is not weather for intermediate tyres at all right now. This is a soaking track. And at the end of the race, we could be in some dry running. I mean, Latifi's in 13th place. He's not doing bad, is he? George Russell in 8th place. We've just got to hope these tyres last at least until the intermediate timing. Which, to be fair, is only a few laps away. There's no reason to believe that it won't last until then. So here we go. As the track will start to dry out. We've got to find out just he's saying let's pit for Inters for these few laps. Sure. So him will do that. With George, we're going to copy everyone else, which I'm guessing is try and get to the dry track on the wets. Yep. Yep, so it's get to the end. He's just missed it. That is really frustrating. There is a yellow flag. Lance Stroll has crashed. And next time you come around, mate, you need to get onto Inters as well. On mediums as well. Pitting Latifi again. Didn't work, it turns out. So in he comes. Russell now. Kimi Raikkonen is very racy in that Alfa Romeo. That Alfa Romeo is so racy. Schumacher and Giovinazzi still not pitting. Right now we are sat in 11th place as they have pitted. George is up behind Yuki. He's now got damage as George didn't stop him making that move though. Where's Latifi? Latifi's currently sitting in push. Russell's got himself into 10th place at the moment in this crazy Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton's out. Lewis Hamilton is out of the Grand Prix. Means George Russell will be in 9th place. Incredible scenes. Latifi will be lifted up into 13th as well, and we're going to now put him back down to medium. George, we can't risk him running out of fuel. And neutral, just to make sure these tyres definitely get themselves to the end. He is actually catching up a little bit to Kimi as George. Kimi's tyres are older, and therefore right now he is struggling. But right now we're falling into the trap of Pierre Gasly, I feel. Or at least he hopes we will fall in the trap of him. We haven't. It's a 9th place finish in Russia for George Russell. Just imagine if we hadn't pitted Latifi again. If we hadn't pitted him again, and we pitted him at the right time for just slicks, he may have been a double points finish for us. All in all, I'm happy. We've got ourselves 2 more points, and that is something to be proud of. No rules broken, always good to know. There you go, 2 points, which then keeps George in 7th place with 55 overall. Lewis's lead takes another dent as Max wins and Lewis doesn't pick anything up because he crashed out. And we stay in 7th place. Maybe drifting a little bit now from the AlphaTauri, the Alpine and the Alfa Romeo teams. Just settling in 7th, it feels. Can't believe what happened to Lando off the start though. From pole to, well, behind Latifi. I think it was like 17th, 18th at one point. Absolutely incredible. Must have had one of the worst starts in Formula 1 history. Whether he spun or something, I don't know, but just incredible. Absolutely incredible. I was so surprised to see McLaren there straight away. So we get 1.3 million earned from that weekend. It's saving up. And next up is Singapore. I'll see you guys for that one. If you've liked this video, give it a like, give us a subscribe. I'll see you guys in Singapore.